get the knowledge and make it easy for everyone to get the knowledge. So what we did was tap into major social media platforms such as Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all the major platforms that we can think of, and make it easy for everyone to share, to watch, to broadcast, and to learn and educate. And that's one of the best ways that we plan on sharing this knowledge for Harlem Health and Wellness Week. And for me personally, this holds Harlem Health and Wellness Week and being on the committee holds a very special part of my heart. My grandmother died from cancer. I think I was about 13 years old, not that long ago, but it seems like 1,000 years for us in the family. Unfortunately, we tried every holistic alternative we can, down from the noonie juice to the valerian root to help her sleep, to slippery elm, to whatever we can think of. We bought thousands of books. Unfortunately, we didn't have the proper knowledge on how to treat her, what ingredients or what products work together to defeat certain things. And it just wasn't available at that time. But now that we have the opportunity to broadcast and teach and learn and have these classes and get involved in other communities, it's very important for us now at this point. So that's where Harlem Health and Wellness Week holds a special part in my heart. And I will have the honor of introducing Mr. Tony Rogers.
Jasmine, I'm sorry, before we
Yes.
introduce Tony, I have to just mention something really quick.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Okay. Excuse me, Mr. Tony Rogers. I just have to say this, that what she has just said, it's very important to understand that when it comes to having those information, it's knowledge and awareness. Just because a root or an herb says it's for this symptom, for an achy back, doesn't mean it's for your constitution. So I want to make it sure I'm very clear that being an herbalist, the herbs can be just as powerful or sometimes even more powerful than the pharmaceutical medicine. So that's another reason why I'm a part of Harlem Holistic Wellness Week, because H2W has a special part in my heart as well. It's important, and it's even more important now that we're going virtual. We would have never thought months ago that we were going virtual, but everything has a reason. And because of that reason, we are here. It's not only New York City, Harlem, the 5 boroughs, it's now globally. From every country to every state, I am speaking out of my heart to let you know that awareness and education is important. So when you put certain herbs like cannabis together, doesn't mean it's necessarily for everyone. It is how you place it together so that you can make a solution, and so that you could see a difference within your lifestyle, within your spirit, and all that connected allows you to move forward. And so this whole corona thing is not a mistake. I think it's a disease in disguise. And corona in Spanish means higher crown, uplifting. And this is what we are. And our team, Magnificent 7, Harlem H2W, does that. And the power within us will shine throughout globally. And it's important to remember that grandmas know best. Our ancestors know best. And that is important because Flora is also named after my grandmother, and because of that, my business is named Flora Healing because of her. So I thank her as well. And I'm done. I just wanted to say that because I really enjoy what Chef said. Chef is something to be understood and to now recognize that it is a community. It's never been a mistake in our indigenous roots, from the African roots to the Taino roots, from the indigenous people, for wherever you're from. That's always been that message. Community makes a difference. When we work within ourselves, we respect the higher power, we respect ourselves, we respect our body, but we continue with knowledge, it won't stop there. We will continue to rise. And this leads to Mr. Tony Rogers.
Hi, Tony.
Sorry, Jasmine, I just had to do that.
Well, you know,
that was great. Thank you.
It's not,
I love my team.
Yes.
not much I can say as it relates to following these wonderful people that we've been meeting virtually at the Key Center for, I guess, since maybe about 5 or 6 months on Harlem Holistic Wellness Week, or H2W. Never had a dream, vision that it would be virtual, but all things happen for a reason. I'm just happy to have had the opportunity to work with the 6 individuals that have made this committee work. My company, Untitled Wellness Group, was developed to promote whole products and professionals and organizations. And the idea of having it now virtual will give more people an understanding of the need to look for preventive measures in order to stay healthy. I entered the wellness arena because a loved one was considered by the medical community as someone that they could not help any longer, and rather than going to a hospice, we look for other things to, which it did for at least 3 years after the doctors gave up on her. And it's interesting because now we're talking about a virus that the doctors cannot help you with. So the only thing that you do have is prevention. And that is what Harlem Holistic Wellness Week is about, is talking about prevention, not cure, because cure is the economic component to wellness. But in days of old, if you got sick, it meant that you needed to go to another specialist, because the idea was to keep you from getting sick, not necessarily cure you. So again, I thank Richard Cox for allowing for us to be a part of this for the years that we have been. And I know that as relates to Harlem, any of the speakers who are interested next year, I'm sure we won't be virtual. And as the founder of Harlem Week, which is celebrating its 46th year this year, and the largest cultural economic development festival in the country, Harlem Holistic Wellness Week is going to be right on their tail because it's, again, with the same formula, a way to bring a lot of different types of people together in order to talk about that community. So again, we will be live and video, thanks to Soul City TV, starting April the 25th and going to May the 2nd. You can see some of the programming that we will have, or all of the programming, on h2w.nyc, as well as our websites. I'm going to try to reach out to some of your speakers, Richard, perhaps.
Right, did you type it into the, what you just said into the, well, one of your team could do that. Just type in all the social media
Right,
where everyone can find out more information about Harlem Holistic Wellness Week.
And maybe Jasmine, or, again, being 72.
Looks like Marisol is on it already.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's our girl, Marisol.
As the senior member to this group, I can remember when a website was somewhere that Spider-Man hung out. But Zoom and all of these things.
We got your back, Tony.
A new learning curve. It is great. But again, I commend you, Richard. The presentations were excellent. Everyone who spoke.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Richard.
Right. And thank you, guys.
And thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. I mean, you guys are excellent, and I'm looking forward to participating with you guys starting next week.
Richard, can I say one last thing?
Sure.
Okay. On behalf of everyone out there, just always remember to take a breath. A breath will always give you a pause to allow you to think, allow you to bring centeredness into your spirit. And as we leave from H2W and you continue on to your next speaker, Faith moves mountains. And with that candle being lit, make sure your internal fire allows to stay clear with that fire going. So remember, your mountain is within your spirit as you breathe during these times. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you. Thank you, guys. And we're going to move into our next segment. We call this segment Canna Sensuals, and we call it Canna Sensuals. We have three speakers that have come on in. We're going to bring up the first one pretty soon. Actually, introduce all three primarily. We have Nura Safran Siobhan Morton, who's going to be coming to us from Bowie, Maryland. Then we also have on the panel Makeda Valletta, who is Harlem. She's Harlem grown. She's going to be part of this panel, and I'm going to give you some introduction about her. And she does have a short video that she's playing. And you're going to also hear, and you can hear from her primarily. You probably saw her small introductory commercial at the beginning of the broadcast. And also we played it also once or twice during the week. But we're going to bring on the one and only Shira Adler. She's going to start us off. The great thing about Shira is that she is a voice of our time when it comes to this industry. She has a great eclectic background in spiritual care, and her role over the last decade in holistic medicine and holistic wellness and so forth is unprecedented. She is the acclaimed author of the ABCs of CBD and the Essential Guide. And like I said, she's another one who has her resume is quite outstanding. I'm going to definitely give her the share. And just there she is. I'm going to give her the share. So she's now a co-host. But I want to bring to the floor right now the one and only Shira Adler. Shira, happy 420. Happy to have you here with us.
Thank you, my dear Richard. And wow, I'm loving my new, you are all going to be my new BFFs, the holistic, Harlem Holistic Week people. My heart was singing. I mean, Dr. Flora, we got to talk, girl, like right away. So thank you for bringing me on and such kind introduction. Come on, it's just me. But yeah, hopefully, I don't know, anyone hear this book yet? There it is. If not, it is on Amazon. I shared my information because as we talk and as I listen, I might forget to do that. So I've already posted how you can get in contact with me on the side there. And I really, this is my favorite part. You know, my background is kind of funky. Some people know me from having been the debut mom on Bravo, believe it or not, a long time ago. I was that funky spiritual soccer mom that made some aromatherapy sprays to calm and integrate and balance her kids. And that's still who I am. So I'm going to spray right now. I wish I had smell-o-vision. I really do. I'll show you a little bit about what I created and why. Let's see how I do this. Here we go. Yes. Okay. See, there you go. So that's what I'm known for in terms of the products, and why I make them is so much more important than for who, because it's for everybody. These products were created, and who I am is a direct combination of really what we're talking about today: cannabis, health, wellness, and sexuality. And the reason that is so important. Wait, are you guys seeing me anymore? I don't know if I just messed that up. Someone tell me. Okay, cool. So to me, what we're talking about is the essence of who each of us is. That when we're looking at holistic health, we're looking at what I call modern alchemy. We're looking at the combination of the parts that make the whole. And I'm preaching to the choir here, but if there's anyone on who is new to this industry or this aspect of looking at what plant medicine is and why it serves us, this is basically why. To me, I break it down into form, focus, and functionality. So what form is each of us in right now? You know, what does that look like? And you can analyze every aspect about ourselves. Are you happy? Are you disheartened? Are we feeling healthy? Are we hopeless? Are we in motion or are we stagnant? You know, really analyze the form of how we are expressing in our physical bodies right now. And then we go to focus. Right? Focus is saying, okay, well then what do I want to focus? What do I want to disengage and what do I want to engage in? If we are dissatisfied, if we are experiencing what I call a state of dis-ease, because I don't like to talk about physical disease states as if it's, you know, that's the thing and that's what I am. No, that's only one aspect. And a state of disease or something that's affecting our body